Hey everyone, and welcome back. I've got this lock clamped up in the vise. You may have seen me fail picking it out of the package that I got from Fast Charlie. I'm going to see if I won't fail this time. It's kind of bugging me that I failed on it. Yeah, well, not too bad because I failed on a bunch of them. And I'm going to actually use this pinning tray when I do it. It's just dusty. I replaced my floors last weekend. I got sawdust everywhere. Oh, that's just dirty. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can't pick this thing. Sorry about my delay there. I'm going to start out with this pick, kind of a short hook, and I'm going to work from this ledge here. Okay, I'm in a false set. There's a click from one, little turn on the core, counter rotation on two. Okay, I got my turn back. Okay, that was a little bitty click out of the back there. Okay, so I'm going to switch picks. I'm going to go to a Sparrow steep hook. This pick is in 20 thousandths. 20 thousandths is becoming my go-to thickness on picks. It just works on so many different types of locks. And it's still got a fair amount of strength. And we'll fight this lock all the way home. This lock's a little bit tricky because even with the key, it has a little bit of a hang up when you try to turn it. And I think that hang up has been affecting me when I try to pick it as well. Okay, looks like pin one's bound back up again. Okay, that was pin two. That was pin four. Pin one again is bound. And that opened us up. Tricky little lock. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Nice job, Fast Charlie. So let's see what you stuck in here for us. That's right, I was going to use this spinning tray, wasn't I? All right, we'll use that follower, grab my tweezers, and a Phillips screwdriver because these come apart with the standard Phillips right down the shackle hole. And there is a bypass wafer in there. go ahead and center this up, and I'll just work through the camera lens. Okay, you did see me pick it, so I'm going to lock it back up. Easiest way on these clips, guys, is you turn them just to where the bottom of the clip is at the bottom of the keyway, then go to the top of it, and you just rotate it back. That's the easiest way I found to get those clips off if you don't have one of those clip removal tools. I've got one, but I don't use it all that often. And there we go. See, even with the key, it kind of wants to hang up. So actually, I am going to use a shim in this. If I can get it out over here. This shim is those little plastic security things you get when you buy electronics in the store. That's what this shim's out of, and they work most of the time. They're thinner than normal shims. So they generally work in just about everything, except for I am having a little bit of trouble getting it in this lock. It's a little on the thin side. So I've got another shim around here somewhere. Okay. There it is. Over on my other workbench where I'm making some challenge locks right now. Alright, go ahead and use this follower now. The key pins are up and away from me. There we go. See, all the key pins are in and working. You can definitely see some homebrew madness going on there. So let's go ahead and dump these out. Then we'll take a look at what's in the Bible. And then we'll show you all the pins at once. Let's go ahead and see what he's done to this core. He does have some countermilling in chambers 2 and 4. And there's threads in chambers 1, 3, and 5. 6 is left standard. So that's pretty good mods for a standard core for an American lock. And if we look here, you can tell that he's threaded chambers 3, 4, 5, and 6. Looks like he left 1 and 2 alone. Got a serrated spool. Got a homemade spool. Standard. All the same springs so far. Whoa, that, whatever that was, just shot out of here with some force. That might be a broken pin. I may have broken a pin picking that. Which, that can happen in these locks. These pins are thinner than most pins. They're about normal pins are about 3 millimeters. These are just a little bit over 2 millimeters. And that was made out of a recycled key pin. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this, and let's see if I was right on the threadings. And no, I wasn't. Looks like he only threaded chamber 3. He's just playing with me on these other ones here. All right, pretty cool pins here. So let me zoom in and show you guys. I'll zoom way in because these are small pins. Let's go ahead and show you the pin in chamber 1. Focus. Focus. There we go. A very nice serrated spool key pin with a very nice serrated spool above it. Very well made. It is And I know from experience it is difficult to make challenge pins this small. And we've got another spool, but it's kind of stepped down. We've got another spool, but it is very, very sharp and kind of deep. We've got another serrated with reduced diameter serrated on the top, very nicely done. With a standard, I've got another, I would call that a spool. Then here it looks like we've got a pin that broke. Now I can't even pick it up with those tweezers. Let's see if I can pick it up with these tweezers. I'll just lay it in my hand here. Looks like, yeah, looks like it broke right there at the top. And here's the rest of it. Kind of a serrated spool, but it got a little bit on the thin side, and I must have applied too much force at one point and wound up breaking it. So when that goes back together, I guess that's just going to wind up being a T-pin. So sorry about that one, Fast Charlie, but sometimes when you go a little bit too thin on these little pins, they will break if you apply too much force. I've got a very lovely serrated spool for a key pin with a standard, then a standard, and then a very nice spool. It is actually kind of enlarged in the middle. Pretty cool looking. It's got a very, very sharp lip. And it's actually made out of a recycled key pin. And everything has the standard copper pins, except for 6, which is a slightly different copper pin. But these are normally pinned up with 5 pins, and I could see where he added the 6th one there. There's our key. It was a pretty nice bidding. And this one was called Gray Matter by Fast Charlie. So Fast Charlie, thank you very much for this lock. I really appreciate it, man. It was a fun one to pick. Too bad about this little guy here, but nonetheless, I still think it'll be challenging with this guy as a T-pin here. So all in all, I can't really complain. So everyone, please stay safe. Don't do anything illegal. And if you see a lock out there in the wild and you don't have a key for it, don't stick a pick in it.